of the staff or management of Visionary related entertainment.
Aloha and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Caldwell Banker, Sakamoto Properties, Roy and Betty Sakamoto. And in the studio today happens to be the famous Sydney Paulus, who does everything at the studio. She could run anything. She runs the world.
I couldn't do what Gary does, though.
No. No, Gary is the amazing one here because he actually...
He's really good at producing and engineering.
He produces and engineers.
He's a rock.
He's a rock star.
He's a rock.
He's the amazing one.
He answers phones. He does trafficking. He does everything.
He does trafficking.
He does. He does. Not that kind of trafficking. No sex slaves. No. We're talking inputting commercials and things into the computer. And
Too funny.
Different.
Well, we have Roy on the way here in a little bit. However, not here yet. Cindy and I thought we'd have a good conversation at the moment because we were all, in our own ways, involved in the
election coverage.
The election
coverage. It wouldn't have been possible without you. And I have to. No. You and Roy have, for years and years, supported election coverage, and you've always encouraged people to be engaged, and you have a great way of encouraging people to stay engaged. And you know,
right.
I think the people who were involved were engaged, but then there's that. We still were disappointed by not having more of a bigger turnout on Maui.
It is hard, and I think maybe we've got to all start talking about it earlier and earlier because I think it will matter. And then Cindy and I, a few minutes ago, were talking about the other thing we have to do now is stop for a moment, and whoever we wanted, whoever we voted for, whoever we love, whoever we, quote, hate, whatever it is, we got to support the winners. Yeah. They're the ones that are going to make life better for us, maybe make life a little not as good, but let's just go with it because it's what we've got. And if we don't love it, we've got 4 years, and then let's get everybody out to vote again. And let's talk to everybody, and let's care. And it's hard. I know it's hard because everybody's too busy, but you know what I'm saying, Cindy? I mean, it just takes...
You always talk about Aloha, and that's what Aloha is. Aloha is... Maybe you were engaged and really behind the person and like the person. We're friends. It's very easy on the silent to be friends with someone who's running. It's hard not to be friends with someone who was running. But the idea is, yes, you do get behind whatever is the outcome. And you know what? Everyone's got some part of Aloha and good in them, and you just work for the good to be working for the best of all. It's a goodwill towards all, you know?
I think so, too. And, I mean, again, it's easier to go stamping off and don't like them and figure you're just going to wait for 4 years. But maybe if you support and you make a point of asking for what we all need or for what the people that are close to you need or I need, and if we all just step up and help. I mean, there's so many things happening. And look who's walking into the studio.
Perfect timing.
Roy Sakamoto. So I think Roy's been driving along, listening to Cindy and I and our political part. But here we are. Roy Sakamoto's here in the studio, so it'll be kind of fun to see where we're all at.
That was great. I heard you starting the show with Cindy.
Oh, good.
And it's kind of a Ohana feeling here.
Isn't it?
The radio station.
Yes, it is. Because it was fun that I could get here. I've done it alone, but I've got to say, everybody that knows me knows I can talk for a half hour. And you can't shut me up. However, when I get here, it's easy to kind of do a little, what am I going to say? And so I love if Roy's with me because we seem to always be able to have enough to say. And Cindy, we just kind of immediately went toward the elections, you know. And I don't know if you got to hear at the point where we're saying, let's all now stop and support whoever won.
Absolutely.
It's what we've got to do to make our life better for the next 4 years.
That's what democracy is all about.
Right. I mean, actually, the greatest statement you just said, that's what democracy is all about. It doesn't matter Republican, Democrat. It matters that we all do our best to work together and care about one another.
No, and, you know, I think it's important to be able to discuss different issues. I just got out of a very, I wouldn't say heated, but a very much discussed Halemakua board meeting where we had one topic in particular, and we spent about 20 minutes discussing different aspects of it. And, then we ended up with a vote, and the majority won, and, we'll go with it. So
That's good. I mean, because I do think everybody has to know Halemakua, the local nursing homes, and they are spectacular. And Roy's been on the board since just before his mother passed away.
long time.
Long time, yes.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing facility. They do so much, and they're so kind. And they've seen so many people come through, young people that maybe had a stroke and needed to have not in home, but in the facility care, and that have walked out proud and happy. But when they first walked in there, they were so surly and unhappy, and they didn't want to be there. They just wanted to be home. But they changed their life by just accepting and being at Halemakua.
Yeah, and a lot of people look on Halemakua as kind of the old folks' home. You go to Halemakua to get ready to die. Not true. We serve the frail and elderly of Maui, and the frail could be as young as a 4-month-old baby who we've taken care of, all the way up to 100-year-plus residents. So.
Remember Luna, Mr. Luna? I can't remember right now his first name. He was amazing.
Right.
And they took such great care of him.
Yes.
Amazing.
No.
Well, what about some real estate?
Well, one thing in driving over, and I made pretty good time from Lahaina to Wailuku, but I heard it was probably a public service announcement on KAOI about the Maui Food Bank, and $25, a donation of $25 will supply Thanksgiving meal for a family. So a $100 donation, you'll supply 4 Thanksgiving meals for
Four families. Yeah.
And what a great thing. And Maui Food Bank, I think the number was over 12,000 meals last month. And wow, that's a lot of hungry people that we have here on Maui, hungry and needy. And by going to mauifoodbank.org, you can find out how to donate time and money to Maui Food Bank.
And anybody that is not going to be having their own Thanksgiving dinner and that needs help, I know can be involved in Lahaina. I would think that you'd call the Maui Food Bank, for your family. But they do an amazing thing. I think they do it there at Kamehameha's King Camp 3rd.
Right.
And it's supposed to be really great. They used to do it at a different location forever. Do you remember where? I mean, at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Right, yeah.
And that closed. So now it's there at the school. But it really is great. And when you see something like that happening, you know that the people are welcome. I don't think for that moment, for that day, for Thanksgiving, I think they all stop and are happy for Thanksgiving. And they're sharing it with the community, and they're having their family there, and especially young kids, they don't know. So if everybody is just happy and caring and takes care of one another there, that's Thanksgiving. And even if you didn't have it at your own home.
Right.
So support it and hope that they have room for everybody.
And you can help by just coming out and serving.
That's right.
Helping to
Yep.
serve meals
Mm-hmm.
or deliver meals. So lots of different ways. It's not only money, but lots of different ways.
We don't have a number handy for the Maui Food Bank right now, but I think everybody can find it if you want.
Right. MauiFoodBank.org is the web page, and very, very well worth your time visiting that. We had a nice surprise, one of our old clients, and I think they've heard this on our show, our radio show. We got a notice from the Maui Food Bank that these old clients had sent a donation into Maui Food Bank.
The Hudsons,
Yes.
amazing, amazing people. They're such caring. They're a great family, and we've known them for probably close to 40 years. Their kids were babies,
That's right.
and now they're growing up and have their own kids.
But they still have Maui in their hearts, and they're from Edmond, Oklahoma. And thank you, John and Janet. Great donation, and thanks for all you do for Maui.
They've really done a lot for,
They've also been big supporters of Halemakua.
right, Halimakua and the food bank.
Right.
And I mean, that really makes us feel good that they care about what we care about. And think about that for all of us. You know, a lot of people are so critical of our visitors. And I think it's time to stop that too. In so many cases, our visitors also support a lot of the causes that are important to us.
Oh,
So
yeah, fantastic.
let's have a
Absolutely.
little love in our heart for that too.
Yeah, yeah. So we're not totally a real estate show.
No,
Obviously.
not totally. We drift off,
Yeah.
but we may be totally back on it by next week. We'll see.
You know, one promise we made was to talk briefly about restaurants we patronize.
Oh,
Remember
true.
that?
Yes,
Yeah.
we've done that often on Roy's right now. Now, Roy's restaurant is an especially important one to talk about because in the early days, they thought it was our restaurant. You know, people thought that Roy was Roy Sakamoto, not Yamaguchi. But anyway, it is one of the greatest restaurants, and I mean, he is one of the greatest chefs in Hawaii ever.
Yeah, and it's funny, over the years, we've gotten to be very good friends
Yes,
with Roy.
we go to the Kanapali restaurant probably often a few times a week,
Right.
usually for a late lunch. But it's really, the food is fabulous, and we love it, and we love everybody there. So go there. I mean, make a
Yeah.
reservation, Roy's, Kanapali.
And how about the Sea House?
Oh, the Sea House, everybody knows, Napili Kai.
Yeah.
That's another spot that we love.
Right on
and
the ocean.
it makes you feel good.
Right. And one nice thing, they also have Kamaina discount.
Yep, they do. They have a really good, both of those have a great Kamaina discount.
Yeah. So for residents that are listening in, try the Sea House. I think many of you have. They're a great organization there, great location, right on the water at Napili Bay.
And you can take your bathing suit with you and go right in the water.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're there sitting in that restaurant, even if you haven't been in the water as much as we once were, it does make you want to get back in the water.
Absolutely.
It's the greatest feeling there. And the food is really good. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's really, really good. What else are you thinking right now?
Well, you know, we've gone lately to the Ritz-Carlton at Kapalua.
Yes.
The Aloha Lounge, which is right off the lobby. One of the best hamburgers you can ever have.
It's a smash burger.
Smash burger.
I don't know how they came up with that. But it is a great hamburger, really super. I mean, we'll end up sharing it and getting a salad or getting some sushi with it. Or
Yeah, there's a sushi bar. You can get sashimi. A
What's
whole
the-
lot of
what's-
different items.
What's the crispy rice thing? What do they call that? The ahi crispy rice or something?
Right, yeah,
That is one of my favorite things.
yeah.
I don't know how they crisp up that rice, but we ought to learn.
Not sure.
No, it is
Not
really
sure.
great. And everybody there is great. There's music every night, which is really good.
Yeah, get there before 6, and there's a fantastic sunset ceremony that they do every night at 6 o'clock, honoring the ancestors that preceded us at Honolulu Bay, and the environment's right there. And it's a great ceremony, and then there's music right after that.
The Ritz-Carlton, I mean, an interesting story that most everyone that lives here knows is when the Ritz was under construction, they found thousands of burial sites out in front there, and they had to move the hotel way back.
Right.
But they still have out there an area totally dedicated, and I believe everybody was re-entombed more or less out there,
Right.
the grave sites, so that when they make this, when they talk about it every night, it really is respectful and beautiful. And I think everybody staying at the Ritz-Carlton feels it. It's a lot of aloha there.
A lot of aloha and Kamaina discount
And and a discount.
also.
And in reality, everybody assumes it'll be way too expensive.
It's
But
not.
if you just pay attention, I mean, you don't need to over-order, and spend a ton of money, but you can really go in there as a couple and have enough to eat. And when you walk out of there, you're going to feel great.
Absolutely.
So
And how about Frida's?
Frida's, love Frida's.
Yeah, Mark Elman's Frida's, right on the ocean, right in Lahaina, on the ocean side of Safeway. And great Mexican food, great location, and Kamaina prices again.
And they have my favorite drink, Arnold Palmer on the beach,
Yes.
which is an Arnold Palmer, but they add guava juice to it. And it's so good. It's just so refreshing. One of my all-time favorite things. Which
one last restaurant may be Honu.
Love Honu. Yeah.
Right adjacent to Frida's, and right on the ocean. Best clam chowder in Hawaii for sure.
And I mean, everything really is good there.
From
The ahi
pizza,
bruschetta,
yeah.
all-time favorite thing. And then what's the new dish? The ahi, it's an ahi
Ahi
bowl.
poke plate.
Plate, okay. So it's got really, really nice, kind of almost warmish rice, but not
Brown
quite
rice,
warm,
yeah.
brown rice. And it has, I don't know what it is. Oh, it's got guacamole, or probably not guacamole, but I don't know. It's fabulous, whatever it is. We'll get in there and share one of those too.
Yeah, we just had it yesterday.
Yeah, really super.
Yeah.
And it's easy to, sometimes you'll have to park over in the shopping center, but then you can work off some of the food on the way back to get your car. That all works too. And you'll often see little Hono when you're sitting there.
Yeah, a lot of turtles right out there.
Yeah, that's really fun. We actually saw 2 small sharks there once.
Yeah.
That was a little interesting.
And come in a discount also.
And come in a discount.
Yeah.
And that matters really to all of us, I think. It's fun to go someplace where they're good. Now, I think they only do a kama in a discount, Honu, at lunchtime.
Right.
They don't do a dinner one anymore because I think it got too
complicated.
too complicated and whatnot. But
Right.
again, we tend to be the lunch crowd these days anyway, so we'll end up home.
So how about some real estate?
Okay, what are you thinking?
Well, we've actually got a new listing that's not formally on the market yet. It's a 2-bedroom, 3-bath at the Ridge at Kapalua. It's a second floor, 2-bedroom. It's about 2,100 square feet, so very spacious. Looking right down the 3rd fairway of the Bay Course onto the ocean, Lanai, Molokai. And it's coming on at a great price, $1,750,000.
Nicely upgraded.
Very nicely upgraded.
It's an older upgrade, but I think spectacular.
Yeah. And anytime you want to take a look at this, give me a call, Roy, at 808-870-7060, or Betty at 808-870-7062.
And it's going to be a little hard for us to get in and out because they have it rented off and on until April. And it does look like we're going to have that sold pretty quickly.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's not formally on the market, as I mentioned, but there's nothing else for sale right now at the Ridge.
No, it'll be on within a couple of days.
Right.
So give us a call. We are going to be able to get in there, I think, today and tomorrow, and then it'll be tied up for a week, I think.
Yeah.
But give us a call.
And we've also got a fantastic new oceanfront home coming on the market towards the end of the month. And this is at 59 Halimalia Place. Halimalia is a nice private oceanfront subdivision. This is coming on at $16 million. $16 million. Main house is 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and it's got an Ohana, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath Ohana. Nice swimming pool. You're on about a half acre. You look north. This is in Kahana Napili area. And you look north to Kapalua and south to the Kahana area. Just about 180-degree ocean view. Directly looking at Lanai and Molokai. Fantastic location.
And it's really beautifully built, spectacular home, easy living, and you're just sitting on the water. A very unusual layout, and everyone has seen it so far, loves it. It's quite
no question.
spectacular.
Absolutely. And to be on a half-acre oceanfront, it's fantastic.
Then if we go to the opposite side of the market,
Okay.
more or less, we've got some really nice listings right now, and I'm trying to be careful that I don't tell you one that's already sold, but at Kahana Manor, Unit 516 listed, it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, listed at $540,000, and that's a really great spot. It's remodeled, so it's in fairly good condition. The listing agent is Bobby Bryan, and should be fairly easy to reach, so I would at least check in with Bobby. His phone number is 808-397-7234, And I think that's really a super listing. Bobby's been with Caldwell Banker for a while, an amazing agent who has sold the very top of the market, and yet he's always there taking, a listing and working with someone that's looking to buy their first home. And I think this is a great spot, and it may turn out to be more affordable than you think, especially at a time that interest rates have gone up. But check in with us or call Bobby. And again, his number is 808-397-7234.
Kahana Manor is a great location. It's right in the heart of Kahana. It's not oceanfront, but right across the street from the ocean. And really a nice, there's a good portion of them owner-occupied.
Dolly's Pizza?
Dolly's Pizza right downstairs. There's other commercial establishments downstairs. And what a great location, right across the street from the bank and so forth.
And right across the street, like you said, from the ocean.
From the ocean.
So you could be over there swimming, hopping in the water, and it's really a great spot, super spot.
So, for owner-occupant, a lot of owner-occupants, and it's also licensed for vacation rentals if any of you are interested in vacation renting an apartment.
Yeah, that's a good. The other one, Roy, that is Rick Kepler's, listed at, let's see, that's a studio apartment at the Breakers, $469,000, and that again is a really great property.
Very affordable. Breakers is again right across the street from the ocean, but really a nice location. A lot of owner occupants there also.
This one's top floor, nice, and so really one, worth taking a look at. And there aren't that many right now that are in the price range that works for most of us when we were young. But some of these, will work. If you want to give it a go, call us, and we'll either talk to you or have someone else chat with you and try to help you. Ethan Kaleopo is one who's really great and has been really willing to sit down and spend time with someone and work with you for the next couple of years to be sure that you are able to buy something and give you great ideas for it.
Ethan's great. He's a young dynamo.
He is a young dynamo. We're already pretty much at the 3-minute warning. We could be at 2 minutes by now.
Well,
no, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. We're good.
Here's a great listing. It's listed by Marianne Fitch from our office. This is at Maluna Kai Residential Subdivision. It's 5045 Lower Honoapi'ilani Road. It's in a subdivision called Maluna Kai. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 1,700 square foot home. Really a nice subdivision. And it's listed at $1,900,000. Had a slight price adjustment. Had been listed at $1,995,000. Now listed at $1,900,000. And Marianne can be reached at 808-250-1583. 808-250-1583 for Marianne Fitch.
Here's another one. This is an oceanfront at Kahana Reef, listed at $895,000. Now that steps it up a lot from the ones that I was just talking about. But a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, direct oceanfront. And for the right person, it's going to be a spectacular, anything oceanfront now. It really is a great value. And David Quant is the listing agent and can be reached at 808-457-0604. So, I think there's a lot of available properties right now. So
no question. So,
if you have an agent you've been working with, check in with them or call us. And here we are at the end of a half hour.
Oh, the show went fast.
Thank you so much. Aloha.
Aloha.
And remember, take care of yourself and spread the Ohana. Spread the Aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.